Hi, you alright? So we're now relocated our studio to a secret location during the times ahead, so we can get on with a bit of work. So what I thought I'd do is I could just show you what goes off when we make a commission, and also the tools and some of the techniques I use when I'm cutting the glass. So first of all, I'm working on this commission here, and here's my pattern that's been drawn up on computer by myself and then printed out. I'm working on this one now. We've got most of it cut, but that's stored away at the minute, so we're working just on the flowers now. So I'll be using some lovely yellow water glass there. There you go, and that's been supplied by our good friends down at Cariad Glass. Hello, there in Bristol. And I'm going to cut this. So what I'll do, we've got three identical panels we're cutting, so I've got quite a lot of petals to be cutting. So I'm going to use the grain of the water glass to give me the petal effect. So I'm going to cut myself a strip now to cut this petal, but it's also big enough to cut that petal too. So what I'm going to use is my trusty set square. If you're ever doing straight lines, try and always use your set square. Don't sort of go, yeah, I can freehand it, because you'll only pay for that when you come to leading. So I've got that there. So this is my glass cutter. Can you see that okay? There. And it's a K-Star. We also use the Teo cutters as well. So it's got a wheel there, which is a steel carbide wheel, so that's hard, and that won't, some of the cheaper cutters are just steel, so they go blunt pretty quick. And then inside, I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of liquid, and that's cutting fluid. Now we've got cutting fluid, but you can also use white spirit, and that goes through the tip and lubricates the wheel. So when I'm holding the glass cutter, I make a beak shape, and then I put the glass cutter there like that. So you can see my fingers are going straight, so they're going straight down there into the glass cutter, and that will go put pressure into the glass. If I hold it like a pen like that, you can see if I press, I'm squeezing the glass cutter, which then makes your fingers sore and doesn't quite put enough pressure into the tip. Okay, so I hold it like a beak. I hold it near the bottom, there near the head, so I've got control. If I held it a bit further up, you can see you've not got control. It's a bit more wobbly and skiddy, so that's why I hold it down there. So I'll also use my thumb on top. So when I'm scoring, and I'll have a bit of pressure on top. But for when I use the set square now, I'll move that so it's near to me. I've got the cutter now, and I'll make a little backwards nick. So that breaks the surface tension of the glass right on the corner, and that's important. And what I'm doing with the cutter now is I'm going to go towards you like that, but I'm making sure you can see here that this head on the cutter is nice and flush to the set square, and that's important. So it's not going to go like that, or like that, or like that, because if that happens, this is all exaggerated movement, you actually scratch the glass and it won't break. It will look like a score, but it won't. So I'll do a little tap back, and here I go. So I'm pressing down with my right hand. You see, I'm not rushing. It's all about a constant pressure all the way across. So there's my score. So hopefully when I come to break it, it'll break fine. So I'm going to use my fingers on this one, my hands. So I'll make, if you're looking at it from there, it would be a W shape. So my fingers there, either side of the score, and my thumb straight up. Now you can hear we're getting some heckling there from our guard dog, who's guarding outside. So I'll do that. I'm going to do a breaking chocolate action. Like that. There's my piece. So I'll put this glass out of the way now. As you can see, I've now got a strip that I can then cut to give me the, if you can see there, the water glass texture will give me a ripple of the petals. So I'll do those so they'll all radiate out, so it will look more like a petal. So we're going to get on to cutting now. So I'm going to move my pattern towards me and then line up here. So this one's got a fairly straight edge on the pattern there. That's straight enough. So I'm going to use the straight edge there on my glass. You can see that there. And that's lined up. So again, holding the cutter near the bottom, I'm going to take a little nick back, like that. And then I'm going to cut across. So the wheel there is on the inside of the black line there, which is the heart of the lead cane. You have to excuse the dog barking. Now I'm going to pressure all the way across and then to the side. So score once from one side to the other. So here we go again, fingers either side, holding it nice and firm. Right. Shall we let the little dog in? Because I'll go and let him in, because he knows it's not about him, so he'll want to come in. So I'll leave that there. So let's open the door. Who are you barking at? Right, so Paddington the guard dog is now in. What are you telling me? What? I'm trying to show you something and we get interrupted by the dogs. Never mind. So there you are, I've got my leaf there. Petal even. Thank you. And I'm going to cut this one here. So with this cut here, I could go off there, or I could go, I'm going to do it in one go. So when I'm cutting, if you just want to come back, I'm thinking about how I'm moving or how the cutter's moving. So this curve is going round to the left. And that's easier for me to do because you can see my elbow is moving into space. If it was this way, if I was going to cut this one, I'm starting on a thin bit of glass, which is a bit more tricky, and my elbow's coming in. You can cut it because you move your body, but don't make it difficult, make it easy for yourself. So I'm going to cut this one now. So a little backward nick again. So I'm pressing down with this hand and with my thumb as well on top, and keeping that equal pressure as I go along. All the way to the end and up. Now I could try my fingers on that, but it's a bit leverage wise. So what I'm going to use now is some Grozing pliers. So you can see those. So okay, they've got a flat piece and the curvy mouth there, so crocodile mouth, another mouth shape today. And that acts as your lever then, so the flat bit levers the glass, so when that's on there, that'll lever the glass, so you can see that that's up to the score mark. Yeah, so I'm going to do that on here. I'll try from there, so slowly, still supporting it with my hand this side, and a gentle squeeze there, well not a squeeze, and twist, so you go like that. So that's how you use your Grozing pliers for thinner bits. And you can also use those to nibble away at the glass as well, but that can be a bit disastrous and break into your glass. So if you can do a good score, then that's fine. So that's on there. So that's that one. So I've got this last one to do, so I will turn my pattern around, because I don't want to show you all my bad habits when I'm cutting. I'll do it how. Didn't turn the piece round. Here we go. So when I'm cutting there, I can start on this one here, little nick back, pressing down, So the wheel's on the inside of the heart line there. I'll come round and off the end. So again, I'll use my grazing pliers here. So now we can have a look at that lined up there. So you can see that's pretty okay, it's within the lines there. I will need to tickle it on the grinder here. I don't know if you can just see there. And a bit up here as well. Just to give it a round so it's not pushing out on the heart line, which when you lead together would push the lead, which then push the next piece out. So I've got to be within that edge, but I only need a little tickle on the grinder, and that's what I'll do next. So I'll get off and do some more of these. And if you want to ask any questions about stained glass process or what we do here at Cariad Glass, then message us and we'll do a video answer for you. So if there's anything you want to know within reason, we'll do that for you. So yeah, look forward to hearing from you. Bye.